All right. Next question from anonymous one on the forum. I regularly donate to a few open source projects I rely on every 6 months, including KDE, Signal, NewPipe, Mozilla Firefox, mostly via PayPal. It looks like I want to support these projects in a more privacy conscious way. What would you recommend for donating while maintaining privacy, especially when they use non-private pay platforms like PayPal? So, do you have any thoughts about those platforms in general?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would ask, would you still have PayPal and still use PayPal if you weren't contributing to these projects? Because if the answer is yes, then I don't think there's that much of an additional like privacy risk. And if you already have the account, it already has your bank information, and there's nothing inherently sensitive about you contributing to a few open source projects. At least for most people, that's probably not a big concern for them. I would just say it's not the worst place to be, and actually using PayPal means that like you don't have to share your card directly with all four of these platforms, all four of these services, which is really nice. So I don't have an inherent issue with it. I will say if you use something like Signal, I don't know what phone you use. If you're using KDE or something like Linux on your computer, I have to guess, and you use NewPipe, you probably don't have things like Google Play services on your phone, is my guess. Because otherwise, I would probably recommend something like Google Play to like mask your card number or something like that. And you can go through directly like Signal, for example, you can go directly through the app and donate through Signal in the app. But yeah, I just really would ask, like, what do you feel is the privacy risk? And if you feel like it's too much, then if you're in the US, you have options like privacy.com and you can contribute directly. And if you don't, or you can't use privacy.com for whatever reason, see if any of them support cryptocurrency. If they don't, reach out and see if there's another option that they can give you. Just explain your situation. And then in terms of my take on contributing through code, I think it's great, especially if you have the resources for it and you have the knowledge for it. That's typically almost more useful than just money because that's just a very rare asset that not everyone can do. And so you getting involved is just really important. And community involvement's huge, I think. I mean, like the whole reason we can even host this Q&A is because of community involvement. And now we get to like answer questions for hundreds, if not thousands, of other people that have them. Because a lot of these questions we make into clips, and like I don't know if people have been keeping up with the clips channel, but it's getting like a lot of traction the last couple months. And it's because of like all of you getting involved with what we're doing. So like literally what you all do does directly help not just us, but the rest of the community. So it can really make a big difference.
Pretty much what I was gonna say. Like you also have to reach out to these platforms, like you said, and see if they accept cryptocurrency or something else. The reality is, I personally think that like the modern financial transactional system and it's all kind of pretty much the same, regardless of like payment processor like PayPal or Stripe or whatever. If you're paying with a credit card, you're kind of going through the same networks at the end of the day, and it's not going to make a substantial impact to most people's lives. So like PayPal versus LibrePay, I think there's going to be there might be some difference, but I think it's pretty minimal compared to like switching to something like Monero, for example. That's like a different league when it comes to privacy, but it really depends on what these services accept more than anything. And in some cases, that's not possible. And I think that like if they only accept PayPal and you're fine with using PayPal, that is a really good way to support projects because at the end of the day, these projects do need donations to keep running. And like the privacy benefits overall of having Signal and Firefox and KDE existing in the first place is huge, not just for you, but for so many people. So supporting that any way you can is so much better than like trying to ensure you have perfect financial privacy or especially if that means like otherwise not supporting a project. Not saying that you wouldn't support it if you couldn't use PayPal, but like if it comes down to it, it's really good to have most people donating whenever possible to these projects. I guess that kind of touches on your last question too, how you personally decide when and how to contribute to a project. I try and contribute to pretty much any projects that I use, especially on a daily basis. And I think that it's really important to support these projects and keep them running if you get value out of it, because pretty much all of these projects require a lot of effort and time and money, and they're really important to support. So
Hey everybody, thanks for watching this Techlore clip. This is actually a highlight from our main channel, Techlore, where we talk about digital rights, privacy, security, and how you can have a better relationship with technology. So if you want the full length experience, definitely check out our main channel, Techlore. We'll leave a link somewhere on the screen, wherever our editor puts it, and you can probably check it down in the description as well.